way where it's not done improperly. So I am Skate Master Spark. I 9 Gabriel the 19th. And these things we say with infinite flow to manifest the truth, to let the love light grow inside of each one of you. So I was born twice so the world could fully understand the trials and tribulation of the original man. What happened to the original man? How the original man was lied to, how from a tribal formation, which was a formation, a platform of grace, tribe represented tri or three, which was the mother, it was the father, and the children. So within that tribal, and you had the king of the tribe, the empress who impressed, which they called the queen, because she was the one was given the quarry, and when the quarry was ended, they used the word quarry and end, put them together and got the word queen. That's why they say the queen was the whole or the harlot, but the whole was the whole thing, which is equivalent to the numeral zero or the cipher circle or the O original. And the number one was first from the word theist. Theist was the protector of the womb man. So as we bring the truth that can now be seen by those who can look back and see the road of destruction that they have came past and can see how they can make changes to themselves in improvement, improving themselves with the word walking and application, learning and application, faith with works is called muklasima, and it's called the purification of that which is needed so you can excel. And by the federal laws, which is needed to be learned and memorized, in each state, the state laws need to be memorized, and the city that you're living in, the ordinance need to be known and memorized. And this is not a small task or a hard task with the new technology that's out now. And those who thought that the truth would never get to them, New Sparkle Technology is here. We're here to help those who want to be helped. We will be in the nation's capital teaching those who need help and teaching those who have the responsibility of going back to their original state and teaching the inhabitants of the state, remembering that they are representations of people from a distance, and they need to not parlay and think that being in the capital is party time. It's a learning experience, and it's something that should be done properly, and something that should be learned to do properly.
about you. As long as you can do, you gotta do. It's all about you. But this next record becomes a tune. It's about you. Like I said, I'm gonna speak to you. Sometime I'm gonna remind you. But I already know that. Already unheard. You already know. Anyway, it was a long time before we had a plan. And this plan was not to deviate off the plan. They call it the groove. Stay in the groove. You know, groovy way back. And we had the human family before it came into how we used to talk. Not nobody else. It's all about you, baby. That's what I'm trying to find to. It's all about you. And as long as you can do what you gotta do, it's all about you. But this next record we come to do, it's about you. Like I said.
How you like me now? My nigga, how you like me now, my nigga? We get ready to it's time to buckle up, buckle the fuck up. Like you said, buckle the fuck up. Take my neck.
And this plan was not to deviate off the plan. They call it the groove. Stay in the groove.
The plan is not to deviate off the plan. And when I got back to the plan, people deviated, deteriorated,
before they got into immigration,
misconstrued about what was said.
And then when they started
on the first sacrifice
migration
of the teachings of Christ,
import started importing people, bringing people back here from what they would call Europe, which we call the rope. But we roped them off and put them in a
Europe, the rope. Europe, the rope.
Sickness that was called leproma.
Leproma. See, they don't want you to know this here because they don't appreciate.
So, anyway, did they appreciate it? No, because they didn't know how to appreciate it. Why?
You gotta teach them.
Because they were coming out of what we call evolution. This is why they give you facts about the ice cap.
This is why the things we do these things so you can see
what we call the stages of evolution.
I'm talking to you.
Stages of what they call human.
Just so nice. We did it twice. You hear me here?
I'm included because I'm speaking to you right now.
And hear me right there too. Which one you choose?
You would not really
it's the same thing. Talking about the same way.
You see? So you can achieve all these dumb tickets so that you call money to the word harmony, which means all.
No more stagnation. We don't do that.
Get back to teaching those who are out there in the way that are dead. Because it wasn't built. That was my security. I said, okay, we're going to give you this. We're going to let you do what you do. By that, what I mean, we had the power to eliminate you before you could even
the mind, we think about the good things.
We let you do what you do because, like I said, you know better. Why? Because you were no better than you are. You still is. You still have to learn. We call it now, with the message that we put out there for we said repentance. To read. You know, and then they say, well, re means ray and power and light. But re means to bring back. To bring back what we already had that you wasn't given because we didn't give it to you, because if you had it, you would have went off the track. You're still on the track. Because you just running in a circle. It's like a dog chasing his tail. So what I had to do is say, okay, where we started, I'm gonna stand right here
on the circle.
You don't know. And I'm gonna let you know we get this shit out here. Okay. Now you say, well, how can I be trusted. Well, go ask your moguls. Go ask the ones that took the title, which is TITLE, which means elite, ELITE. The elite, the titles, which is only symbols of the circle and the square, which we call language or language, made out of alphabet or alphabet, and made into what they call symbol called letters, which the letters run from those who are the gatekeepers that we call creators, or no, they don't even want to call create. They call them woman, right? And the woman is the W. The W is the doubling of the U. So it's UOME, which is the omen, which was your protector. So as we begin to explain the unexplainable, that can never be explained, but those who had my story, which was the mystery, to let you know, and those who came under my teachings because they got hit by the light, and when they get hit by the light, they thought it was them because it was a part of them that was good. But then they started to abuse the power. They started to get the, they thought it was the duplicating power of the Uki. Pussy. So they become brutal. They never explained the true origin, the reason, the purpose and reason of your journey here on what we call Earth. You see, and the Earth is really a living organism that you can't see because your sensors
It's just another sensation.
cannot pick up the frequency
Only when you
of
touch
nature.
it.
Nature is what is
You
true.
feel electricity flowing
So we
through.
get back to the hip hop.
You become
Hip hop,
created
R&B,
in
soul,
another point
neo
of
soul,
view. Whoa, whoa,
music.
whoa.
Music
called
was an
refinement
expression of communications,
of the next to the who,
a
but
way
the
of
highest of the best
getting you
at the time needed when you see
and
you
keeping
are
you.
subjected to the
Language.
things you
Music
don't
is a
need
universal
in
language.
your life.
Language.
Like a race
And
on a
the
pencil.
top
Right, you
brand,
right.
I'm gonna give you one of
Using
them
that
where you can go
carbon
ahead and
to absorb the
use it,
energy.
and you
The
will
energy
be in
is
tune
a
back with
way
yourself. It's like
for
an
you
eraser,
to say,
eradication,
yeah,
a cut and paste type of thing. Yeah, it goes like this.
Yahweh, when you get hype, say Yahweh. When you get hype,
you can take it, cut it, and paste it. You can duplicate it. You can put it out. You can give it to somebody. But what it's gonna do for you and your children is gonna keep you healthy. It's actually called the iron principle, and it's divine music that's within my soul and my oversoul. Okay, so I'm gonna take you too fast. To get back to hip hop, okay, hip hop was an expression, and it really did good. It did good. Yes, it did. Because you really don't know the situation that you was in until we do a flashback. You know, you were definitely in a bad situation. If you think you're in a bad situation now, no, you were in a worse situation before. And like I said, it's gonna get better because it's back. And then so all those that got money and millions and friends and bushy and girls and this and that, that's what you got. Now for those, we're gonna just take a little piece We don't want it out. We don't want it out because we're going to leave you. You know, they call that tying and binding you. We're going to leave you to what you have become. And when you want to become different, we will establish a way which we call agree. We ain't got to bridge the music too. But we're going to establish a way where you come over and basically do what you do.
Hey, how you doing today? We're back with New Sparkle, check 4. I'm going to show you the number 4 as we use for culture. Culture is our inheritance, which leads us back to the timeline of who we are on the planet Earth in this body called humans, some Anunnaki, Elohim, or angelic children of the light, indigo children, things of that nature. But I came here personally to make matters clear. With that is a sense of clarity or clairvoyance, something that can be seen from a distance that is called time, but at the same time, something that is seen being firm, which is called maten or firm. And this thing that's being firm is to teach that which should be taught by those who lied and those who accepted the lie. Those who accepted the lie thought that through education they would be able to perform and be accepted. Those who taught education brought about a system of programming, a system of ruling, and a system of being on top. And when we say on top, we're saying a system of law that they use for their own advantage to hurt others. So if you have one that is educating, first we must know what education is. Education is edit conversation. It's words that is said. Words is vibrations. Words is vibrations that's transmitted from the throat to the ear. And this transmission is accepted and by the brain, and a picture of what is said or what is felt from the tone of the language, from the volume of the language. Words is called. Now, in these words is taught to those how to respond. So in the conversation of education, edit conversation that's taught in the years of the formative years of the age 1 through 4. And from 1 to 4, the teachings of these people were taught wrong. They accepted it because by law. Now, when we talk about law, we're talking about those who are in control have taken certain things and made it the norm. So when we talk about the law, they break it down So you can see it now, and I'll give it to you this way. As church and state. But nobody talks about what is true church and what is state. Well, what happened was you had the church, which was considered to be the masjid or the temple. Prior to that, monastery. So these particular institutions of what is learnt, as it is learnt, it is called religion. Re meaning to bring back, legion, a army. So it's legion, re-arming. The subject matter in this history of studying religion, the subject was the spiritual part. Now, the spiritual part has to be in one to be activated by another. So they can study and teach religion all day, but it's not going to activate you to the spiritual realm. So in the church, as it was before, you had high priest and high priestess, as they want to call it, because they separated the man from the woman, as is called, or they separated the life, which is called yaya. They separated yaya, man and woman, yeah. So they separated the life, and in separation, you have division. So you have two words, die and vision. Okay, so the vision is killed by separation. And separation of a priest and a priestess, they were able to get on board and take control in the church by stating that a man's job was to teach and that a woman's job was to be submissive and she was not to be heard. And that's dealing with one small part of the church and its origin. And origin is the same word as virgin. Virgin means untouched. Now, when we talk about the state was the fact that the people didn't want those who were inspired by that which was not seen, that they now call invisible, but the true word should be called invisible. So they didn't want those things, the connection to that which created this existence. They didn't want no contact with them. They wanted to be told what to do by those who they felt was alluring to them or beautiful to them, or what we would say against nature. They wanted to go an unnatural route. They wanted to be excited. They wanted to be happy. They didn't want to be calm. They didn't want to sit with love. They wanted to kill. They wanted to do things and be selfish. So these things were brought on by the state of man's existence, instead of the origin of man's existence. And when we say man, we're not speaking of man in gender. We're speaking of man from the word men, which means from. So we think we're speaking of that which was created and giving life, or the breath of life, as you can understand it now. So now we talk about church, the origin, and from that origin, you had what we call holy host, those who were in charge of those
for the things you've
who were
done.
on the planet. And they chose people to prove it.
Because you were
This word
chosen.
prove it was called prophet. Prior to that, it was called a nabi. Prior
Prophet
to that,
number
it was
one.
called a natir. And those who were in the group form was called
Each one of
Nazaret.
you.
Those who were teaching those who were created in their form was called Elohim or Elo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anunnaki or
Yeah.
Anarchy.
Nah, it's just, yeah. Yeah.
Angelic realms or angels.
Yeah.
Children
Thank
of the light.
Father.
Those were the descendants of these
For the
people.
plans we got.
Now, what is going on now that we have the state,
And when you hear it,
which is that which is made manifest without the connection of the origin
yeah,
or the Holy Host.
this is what we do.
Those who believe in science, the Big Bang Theory, or evolution, and all these other theologies.
Yeah.
Theos meaning those who
Peace of mind.
the study of God. Theo means God. Ology means the study of. So what we have now. I came here in the year 1981. Took my time to be number one. Electromagnetic wave, 10 cube square, kicking universal facts no one would dare. The order of my magnitude can never be figured. I came here with the truth that should be delivered. So the things that I say with an infinite flow to manifest the truth and let the love light grow. There are many ways that we can make change to that which is and that which has been accepted. And it's called purification. It's called a word called muklasina. The word muklasina is that which purifies themselves by eliminating that which is not necessary. It's like shedding off things that is not necessary for the greater of the people. The programming of the Board of Education in the United States of America was programmed from the point of view of those who wanted to see change. They're called the framers of the Constitution. This is a fact. Now, that was their point of view from a condition or what we call a view of the state.